Hey guys, Richard riding into him here outside of my garden. As you can see, I've got the camera on the hutch, so it's basically facing behind me. Looks like I've got a nice background going, but it's actually the house. Okay, so on to it. It's the first one of these reviews in a while. I kind of fell behind. I've been reading Star Wars books and the others non-stop since December. Well, non-stop, but starting January I had a pattern of Han and Lando adventures, book Scoundrels, and then the apparently best Han Solo trilogy afterwards. Unfortunately, I can't do a Han Solo review because I actually sold the book. Although this is the review for the Lando covers and adventures combined with Scoundrels. So, I'll say for the Han Solo Adventures book, that was good. Credit to the author. He was basically writing a Star Wars book with no background whatsoever other than Han and Chewbacca had some adventures before A New Hope. But he effectively created the Z95 Headhunter, which is extremely cool because that appeared a lot in the EU. That's why I started making loads of noise in the background. So yeah, it's a blank slate, just him and Chewie on adventures. Yeah, I thought they're decent books, but nothing amazing. But everyone says the AC Crispin Han Solo trilogy, which is basically an origin story, is superior. And having read that one, agreed, but that's for a separate review. So yeah, I'll kind of combine it with this one as well. Same sort of thing. Decent enough story, just Lando, when he's got the Falcon in Han's adventures, he has the Falcon by that point as well. But in this, Lando does, and he's just running around doing cons, gambling, learns how to pilot it. Ends up becoming enemies with this sorcerer, which always seemed a bit odd because House Palpatine, not discovered this. Like, the Empire should have some knowledge of sorcerers that are out there. Plus this was written after, I believe, Return of the Jedi, not just A New Hope. 93, yeah. So obviously, yeah, well, by episode 5, you knew that the Emperor was a Force user. Obviously, he was just the Emperor in episode 4. He didn't know he was Darth Vader's master, or it made sense, but 5 explicitly confirms it, so it seems odd tonight that would happen. But yeah, like the Han Solo Adventures, it's just entertaining enough, but it's just stuff that happens. I don't think it's all that great. That's why I decided to sell it. I've still got it just because no one has bought it yet. It's quite nice condition, so anyone watching this wants to buy it, contact me on, here, I'll leave the link to my eBay, but who knows. And I'll do this at the same time, Scoundrels. So, honestly, didn't think much of this book. I know it was one of the later ones before the whole Disney takeover. And to be honest, I was never that interested in this book. I mean, it looks alright, the cover. It's just Han, Lando and Chewie. And it's basically a bank heist, like that Doctor Who episode with Peter Capaldi in 2014. Odd timing, actually, because that's the same year this book got printed. Which is basically him, Time Heist, that's the name of the episode. And this is a similar thing. Han's lost his rewards. I always wonder what happened there, because obviously in episode 4 Han is preparing to stack what looks like a load of gold boxes, like gold bars or something, onto the Falcon, and then the idea is that he'll never come back to Rebellion, but of course changes his mind and saves Luke, and then suddenly he's got to pay Jabba the Hutt back. I just figured for 3 years Han can't really leave Rebellion territory because, well, along with his ship being famous, he could be tracked quite easily. Maybe the Empire would keep people around Jabba's area and he couldn't return. In episode 5 it's quite clear if he leaves to pay Jabba off, he can't go back. But that doesn't happen, obviously. And it turns out in the comics, Pirate stole his reward money. And this reference as well, it even says at the back, after losing the reward his heroics earned him, he's deep in debt to Jabba the Hutt. So, yeah, quite good that this was referenced in the comics as well. Hang on, Donnie, what's the matter? Sometimes I'm making noise, getting upset for no reason. He's got a big stroller device, and it doesn't move too well on grass, obviously. But yeah, I admit I was just disappointed with this book. Susan's great and all, it's obviously he's so much the reason the EU exists, but I just didn't feel much of this, and it seemed odd for Lando to be in the gap between A New Hope and Empire as well. I mean, I got a feeling they haven't seen each other for years, probably since Han won the Falcon off him, and then they had this adventure as well, and I just didn't really get into it, skimmed a lot of it. A decent enough story, but I think, much like The Hobbit, way too many characters. Yeah, there's a good prequel book in a novella called Win or Lose All. I actually read that before this. I kind of wanted something short to read, which I've been fitting around my father duties with a lot of reading. But keep an eye on my son at the same time as he's roaming around doing things like now. But yeah, eventually got to the main book, and I enjoyed Win or Lose All rather. It's alright, mate, it's okay. Win or Lose All, but I actually read the whole thing of 50 odd pages, not much, but I just didn't get it, didn't gel. Scoundrels, I thought it was okay, and that's about it. So yeah, if you want to read it, if you're a Timothy Zahn fan or want as many books involving Han and Lando and Chewie as possible, go for it, but I thought overall not that great. So yeah, this Lando one, and if I had it, the Han Solo Adventures, not that worth it. So, you know, decent enough stories, and respect to the Han Solo one being set, that basically one of the very first ever Star Wars books. You know, this isn't like this one where 1997, so you've got a huge amount of backstory for Han, hinted at through more than just one film, and also the other EU books will go into it more. Donnie, calm down. Yeah, it was a good before it does. Same with Lando, because it's only before or after essentially like 1983 either way, and it's just a fun story. You know, I like book 1, but I found book 2 and 3 weren't that great. Something with the Han one, and yeah. But if you want to read, you know, go for it. You know, the book's not that hard to get. I picked up this American site, Thrift Books, I think they were, on eBay. Same for this. It's 2014, still hard to find perfectly new conditions, even if you're stuck with the bloody Legends strip. But yeah, that's about it. So that's my review. Overall, yeah, Han Solo Adventures, Lando Calrissian Adventures, or Adventures Lando Calrissian and Scoundrels, decent enough books, but they're not that great. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the vid review. I'll have this up ASAP, and until next time.